I'm out of here in about 10 minutes. Gone for the day. But before I leave, I'm going to do a quick video on your so-called American elections, which are naught but selections. And I'll use the 1992 so-called election as an example. In 1992, you had Bill Clinton, who I like to call Slick Willie Rockefeller Clinton, because he is, and I've proved this many times, the illegitimate bastard son of Winthrop Rockefeller. I'm not going to go into that today. You had him, a relatively unknown, going against a very powerful entity. I don't like to call him a human being because I don't believe he is, and that was George Bush Sr., Poppy Bush, major cocaine dealer in the United States, and by the way, in business with Bill Clinton at the time. But Bill Clinton, other than in Mena, Arkansas, was not known except for his misdeeds and his criminal activities in drug dealing, and of course the murder of over 53 children. Now, Bill Clinton was a 33rd degree Freemason, and is probably higher. A member of the Trilateral Commission, a member of the Council on Foreign Relations, and a member of the Bilderberg Group, all conspiratorial organizations. Who was George Bush? Well, George Bush was also a 33rd degree Freemason, a member of the Trilateral Commission, the Council on Foreign Relations, and the Bilderberg Group, all, again, conspiratorial organizations. Now, anyone in his right mind knew that Bill Clinton, because he was not known throughout the whole United States, would lose the election. That was a no-no, because the global elite wanted the NAFTA free trade laws passed. In other words, every country can trade with us free, but we have to pay. All part of the destruction of America caused by the Zionist Jews who owned Freemasonry, owned the Bilderbergers, owned the Trilateral Commission, and owned the Council on Foreign Relations. George Bush could have never gotten NAFTA passed because the Democratic trade unions would have not gone along with them, because they know nothing about what's really going on in the United States, as the Republicans also know nothing about what's going on. So they called upon their good old boy, Ross Perot. Now, Ross Perot came out with some hell of a lot of good, very good speeches that appealed to what the American public really wanted to hear. Not enough, of course, to beat George Bush, but enough to take away the votes or the ballots that were cast for Bush, take them to Perot, and move Clinton up on the scale. This was done in the event that they couldn't rig the election, which they have the ability to do and will do, especially next year when Hillary Clinton is selected and then elected as president. That's your American elections. There are no elections in America. They're only selections. And if you disbelieve the facts that I have just told you, you should be ashamed of yourself, because you are nothing but another dumbed down American idiot. That's all, folks. Toodaloo.